In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to create a ton of mockups all at once in Photoshop. I have this shop on Minted, and for every design, I need 3 minimum product photos. I have this like hero photo with nothing else. I have this context photo where I have other stuff in the picture, and then I have this close-up photo, and they require at least these 3 photos for all of my designs, and I have over 100 designs. So when I'm creating over 300 mockups, it can take a really long time if I'm doing it manually. So I was creating these mockups one at a time in Photoshop, and I started to wonder if there's a better way, and that's how I discovered a plugin called Bulk Mockup. So I'm going to show you how to use it today. Specifically, I have 5 different design mockups, and I have, let's see, 7 design files, and we'll create all 35 of those mockups all at once. I think it's going to take 2, maybe 3 minutes. So you'll be impressed by how quick this is. It is so amazing. So the first thing we want to do is set up our mockups correctly, and I'm just going to show you how we do that. In Photoshop, you want your mockups to function with a smart object. So right now I have a layer that is the envelope liner. I have a layer that's everything else. And then I have an exposure layer that kind of edits the whites and things. And we're just gonna add one more layer here. That's going to be our smart object. So right now it's not a clipping mask, but I wanna make it a clipping mask to the envelope liner because I want it to cut all the excess just to the envelope liner. So we'll create a clipping mask, and I'm also going to convert this to a smart object. You can purchase so many mockups for t-shirts, mugs, all kinds of products that are already made. But if you want to make them yourself, I just want to show you how to do this, and I want to make sure you understand how the files need to be set up. So when you go into your smart object, you can click on this edit contents, and it's just going to open a PSB file, which is kind of a temporary Photoshop file. You'll place your design on here. So let's place our hearts design on here. And I like this one because it's got the outline of exactly where the envelope liner should cut here. So once I close this, I'm going to click yes to save changes to that temporary file. And then you can see we've got this, but it's kind of sized wrong. It's not rotated correctly. So any changes that we make to this layer are the same changes that it's going to make to all our other designs when it's making the mockup. So I want to get it sized appropriately. I'm going to hold shift so that it keeps my aspect ratio. And I also want to rotate it accordingly. So that's why the guidelines on this one are really helpful, because I basically just want to place this one just outside those red lines. And I want to make sure it's like perfectly positioned to show the design that is within those red lines. Okay, we have a little red line bleeding over here, so I think we just need to go a little bit larger to make sure. Okay, and this looks pretty good. So once you have that set, basically we made it smaller, we made it larger again, we rotated it a little bit. And then any other things you have on here, like this exposure option, I'll show you. Doesn't look that different, but it helps a little bit, making it not so white. Oh, I see some red. It's just, we need to make it a tiny bit bigger. Yet again, just to make sure we don't have any of that red outline showing. Okay, I think that's perfect. So any of the other settings that you have here, whether it's like an exposure, a filter, a lighting filter, a color filter, anything else you have on here will stay the same. It'll just replace the contents of this smart object with your other designs. So just as an example, if I were to relink this one to one of our other designs, as soon as I save that PSB file within the other file, it's rotated, it's resized, it's perfectly placed on the mockup. So I'm going to save this mockup, and that's basically what I've done with all 5 of the other mockups that we're going to be using here. Now, usually with most of mine, I actually do 42 different mockups for every single design. So if I have 19 new designs and 42 different mockups I want to create, I definitely am not going in and relinking and replacing each file as it goes, because that's going to take absolutely forever. So I'll show you a short example with just 5 mockups, but imagine what happens if you have 100 designs. Imagine what happens if you have 40 different product mockups that you want to choose from. So it's a lot easier to do these in bulk than it is to try and do them individually for each different design and each different mockup that you want. So with no files open, we'll open our plugin for Bulk Mockup. And there's 3 folders that you need to create. The first is the PSD templates folder. This is all of your different mockups. This should all be your PSD templates. Your second folder should be your design files. So that's going to be the folder that has all of your different designs in it. If you have some subfolders in here, you can have it process that. So process subfolders. However, I just want it to process the ones that are outside of the subfolders. So I'll leave that unchecked. It's only going to process these 7 that are out in the main folder. That's how I keep my designs kind of organized as I'm running this multiple times when I come up with new designs. You also can have it process multiple smart objects. So for instance, if you have a matching t-shirt and a mug and you want it to replace the t-shirt and the mug design file, you can absolutely have it do that. It's just a little bit more complicated, so we'll keep it simple today. And then the export folder is just where you want these to go. And there are a lot of settings about how it exports, how it names your files, etc. So I think you can customize this in a lot of different ways. I'm just trying to keep it really simple today and show you the power of this tool. Now there are different resize methods here. I usually just use replace contents. All of my designs, as you'll see, are designed to be the exact same size. But if you have different size designs that need to be placed in the same area, then you might want to play with the resize settings there, because you might find something if you want it to fill the canvas or crop or constrain by it to a certain width or height or something. If there's only this much that will fit on a t-shirt or mug or something like that, then you can resize the different designs accordingly. Now, I'm just going to zoom in real quick. It's 3:14 right now, and I'm just going to click Start Generating. Now, what you'll see is it'll go through the different template files that we have. So all of these are showing this burgundy close-up. You can see it's called burgundy CU, that stands for close-up file, and we're seeing all of the different designs cycle through it. So we're seeing the work that we could be doing, but we don't actually have to do any of that. You can see both my hands are out here while this is working. So I'm going to time this. I'm going to speed it up, but I hope you can already see, like, even if you don't have a ton to create and it wouldn't have taken you a ton of time, it's still just less work that you have to do. And all I had to do was make sure the folders were set up and loaded in correctly. So really easy. You pretty much only have to do 3 steps, and it also saves the folder. So if you put the designs and the templates in the same folders every time, like I do, I don't even have to do that part. I just pretty much open it and click Start Generating. So now we see that it has switched to the second one, which is this dusty blue hero. And now we switch to the third one even. So that's the fuchsia one as well. So we're seeing all of the different designs just filter through, and it's exporting them all exactly as we told it to export them all. And I can't wait to show you how fast this is and how it exports, because it's really, really great. So let's speed this up. It was 3:14 when I started. It's now 3:15. I think this is probably going to finish before we even hit 3:16. So let's see. Okay, it hit 3:16, but we haven't hit 3:17. So it was under 3 minutes that it took to do all of those mockups. And let me show you exactly how they come out. Okay, so each one is going to be in a folder with the name of that design file. So if you name your design file as well, it will be good, like this blue and pink wallpapers one. I didn't name my other design file as well, so try not to judge me. But all of the blue and pink ones will be here. And as you can see, it put that design perfectly into all 5 of those different images. So now I have 5 different mockups for that design. I also have 5 different mockups for this cute hearts design. I have 5 different mockups for this stripes design. I have all of these mockups, all 35 of them that we created here, 5 individual mockups that I can use. And now I have everything that I need to upload to my Minted store online. And what I love to do is just create all of them. I said that I usually create 42 mock-ups of every design. That way I can choose all the different colors. So if the green looks really good, I can choose that. Or if the pink is going to show it off better, I can choose that. But I have a lot of things to choose from. So some of them look terrible. Like if we did a purple envelope with this, it might look terrible. But it goes so fast and I don't have to do really any of this work. Photoshop is doing it all for me. So I really love that you can just pick and choose whichever mockups you want because you're gonna have a plethora of them to choose from. So I really love that I don't have to be super picky and I don't have to sort through like, oh, I think the green will look good. I'll use the green one, open the green file, fill it in, close it, then think about what's gonna look good on the other one. I just create all of them for every design. And then when I'm uploading them, I get to choose the ones that look the best. So again, this plugin is called Bulk Mockup, and I hope you saw just even a small smidgen of how powerful this was. I only created 35 today, but imagine you had 35 different designs and 20 different mockups that you wanted for each design. You could create all of those. Let's see if I can do math. That's somewhere over 600 product listing photos that you could create in just a couple clicks with Bulk Mockup. So there's lots of other settings. You can do multiple smart objects on the same mockup. You can change how the designs are saved for you. You can change how they're resized to fit the mockups and specifications that you need. But I hope this gave you even just a small glimpse into how helpful Bulk Mockup plugin can be as far as creating smart object mockups for all of your different product listing photos. I'll put my affiliate link for Bulk Mockup in the description. It's an amazing tool that I use all the time and it saves me so much time and eventually makes me a ton of money by having beautiful mockup images on all of my product photos. I can't wait to hear what you think of it and see the product photos that you create with Bulk Mockup.